Way to go, Patrick. Good job. Ah, shoot.
Got a nail on your foot?
Okay, new project for the Holy Roller. We're going to completely refloor this thing and go from carpet to a vinyl plank. So it's easier to clean, and we don't have to steam clean carpets, and we can just sweep out all of the sand and dirt and everything that collects in here. So first order of business is to pull out all the carpet and the padding, and then on to the 9 bazillion staples that I've heard about with the carpet padding. Then we will prep the floor, and then we will start laying planks. So this will be the first part of this, which is actually going to be taking the carpet up and out. So one of the things that we found was that underneath the hardwood floor was another piece of floor or subfloor or substrate or something. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if you can see it, but the hardwood floor was stapled. Can you see those staples right there? Stapled from the bottom of this into the bottom of the hardwood, and it was glued. This piece is glued on the top and the bottom. It's like, I think this would be easier to invent a time machine and go back in time and tell the installer not to do this than removing all of this stuff. But I guess since time machine is, impossible, this is kind of what we're working with. All right, so what we have here is not a failure to communicate. We did try, or we have been doing the chisel and a hammer, and this is just a sacrificial chisel. It's not one that is one of my nice ones. So we're just driving that up under the glue and then prying up on the wood. But to make things a little easier, since this is all just one big piece of wood, what I'm doing is I'm running the circular saw down and making strips about the same width as the wood that was there. And I've got the depth of the circular saw set at just the width of that, or the depth of that wood. So we're not cutting into the subflooring, and if we are, it's not much. And so we'll do that, and hopefully that will assist the subfloor coming up. The big issue that I'm having is that this floor, and you can see right here, goes all the way under the cabinets. And so what I've been doing is using a oscillating saw and kind of trimming that. I know that I could go rent a toe kick saw, but I think just for this little, I mean, what is it, 10 feet? I think I can handle it with the multi-tool, but we'll see. And so here we will keep on keeping on.
We're taking a break, going to dinner.
So what we've been doing is, first off, the wood actually goes underneath the cabinets, and we don't want to remove the cabinets. So what we're having to do is trim out back here along the cabinet down to the subfloor, and then we can remove this piece of substrate, something that's underneath the wood floor. So what I've been using is my Harbor Freight oscillating saw, fantastic saw, and a blade that I got from there. Rather than going and buying a toe kick saw or renting one, just able to use this, and I can actually get up under and that makes this job just a ton more easy. It's not an easy job, but it makes it easier. So then what we can do is we can take our chisel and kind of go up underneath between the subfloor and this other floor, kind of through the glue layer, and using a Wonder Bar and then a chisel that's sacrificial, an old one that's dull, and get up under there. I'll show you. We'll kind of go right here. And get up under there, and then get the Wonder Bar or a pry bar and kind of pry up. And you can see that this subfloor, you have to go real slow to let the glue loosen. So you can see how it's a whole lot easier than this stuff coming up in little tiny pieces and then having to go through the rest of it. So that's how we're doing this part of the project. You can see, if you will, Peyton, kind of pan through there, you can see all of the wood and the substrate stuff that we've pulled up, so that now we're down to the subfloor, and then we'll sand this down nice and smooth before we start laying the floor. Now that all of the wood is taken up, I'm using the scraper blade on my Harbor Freight oscillating tool to remove all of the glue that was remaining on the subfloor. so this is the best way that we figured out how to remove all these staples. First, you need, the easiest thing that I've found is an awl, A-W-L, an awl. And it's got a real sharp point on the end of it, and then a pair of needle nose pliers. And I use pliers in my left hand and the awl in my right. So here, I'll take you down here and you can see here's the staple. Right, here's the staple. And so we're gonna go under it and pull it through, and then that staple will pop up. And then we'll take the staple out. And that's as easy as it needs to be. So then let's go over here to, here's another one right here. So we'll get up under it. And then we will grab this and just roll it. And the staple comes right up. And that's how you get up staples. Okay, so all of the staples have been removed. Go ahead and plan on that taking about a day. I had a couple of younger helpers that came in and helped, and one that stayed with me pretty much all day, and it has taken us literally all day to get these staples out. And I just vacuumed with the shop vac and found some more staples that we missed. So shop vac is your friend in this project. Remove staples, vacuum, sweep. It'll show some more staples. You got to make sure that the subfloor is level or flat before you lay the vinyl plank down, because there's not any padding under it. So any bump underneath the wood is going to be felt through the vinyl plank. So you want to make sure that the floor is as flat and even as you can get it. So I'm going to get the rest of these staples up, and then off to starting to lay the floor.
Great. Well, peace. This is RV Pastor Kevin's wife.